Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Women Power Impact, a podcast where we discuss women doing impactful work for other women through nonprofits and organizations. This is a very exciting episode because Women's History Month starts tomorrow, and that's basically our whole jam. So to honor Women's History Month, we will be posting a short episode every week this month on a specific feminist action you can take, all with, of course, a service-minded orientation. Today's feminist action is to adopt a nonprofit. This podcast is all about bringing awareness to nonprofits in the community, which means we need to support them as well. Many nonprofits rely hugely on volunteers and donations, which, if you listen to past episodes, you definitely get. Of course, ideally, you should volunteer and donate money if you can regularly, but take this month to be intentional about it. The first step is finding a nonprofit that aligns with your values and identity. Of course, we focus on women-oriented nonprofits here, and any of the organizations we've talked about on here are 100% worthy. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a women-oriented nonprofit. An extra challenge for you is to pick a more niche, less heard of nonprofit. PETA, the Humane Society, and UNICEF are all incredibly worthy organizations, but they also do get a lot more publicity. Maybe try and find a more local nonprofit with a very specific cause that speaks to you that may not be getting the publicity you think it deserves. The next is to decide what action you'll take. You can donate money, raise awareness for this nonprofit at school, work, social media. You can run a fundraiser and donate your proceeds, or you can volunteer. The benefit of finding a local organization is the option to volunteer in person, which can be incredibly rewarding. It'll broaden your horizons and perhaps let you meet other people who are passionate about the same things that you are. The goal of this action is to honor the legacy of women in the nonprofit sector, which has been a female space for a really long time. The Harvard Business Review reported that women make up 70 to 75% of the nonprofit sector, and this is no coincidence. Nonprofits have been a way for women and marginalized communities to channel their passion and desire for change outside of a typical patriarchal framework, and they remain this way to this day, even with the increased representation in more mainstream areas. It is critical to keep this going because our work is not even close to being done. And that's a wrap on our podcast for today. Thank you so much for listening to Women Power Impact, and tune in next week for our next feminist action for Women's History Month.